Hi everybody, I'm doing some walkthrough for the TryHackMe web application pen testing web part. I'm doing session management. I did this video and then just now I'm redoing it. When I started this after 20 minutes the sound went off. I was very upset. Now I need to record what exactly what I was saying. So session management, basically login and password, wherever you see login form, how to investigate or something. This is a subscriber room, so personal subscriber can read about it. I'm going through it. So basically the some prerequisite, not really need, but you need to have some kind of understanding of some kind of web. So, session management basically is what you have. You have like your username, email, you put your password, you have the cookie and all of that. So you're familiar with that thing. So you have session creation. Let me make sure that my sound is working. Okay, 1 2 1 2. So session tracking, of course, the timeout if you log out, and termination you can no timeout, termination, the expiration. That's where we have the session start creation. You track the session, audit and all of that. Session expire, you put a session so in case user forgot to log out. And then of course termination in general, sometimes even force it even if you log out of close the browser. So after you read this, you get some kind of idea here. So in the lab we can see all of this. Which state is the user passing the logout? Logout, of course, is termination part of the session. Now, what state is the session management lifecycle did with user providing? You provide you the credential, it means the start of the session. Then what state is session management lifecycle deal with user action performed after authentication? After you authenticate, you start tracking the session, so we can have the tracking of the session. Which state of the session management lifecycle deal with user that forget to log out after you forgot out? So if the user is forgot, that's why you have the expiration time, date, and all of that in the session. So if we go now, authentication via authorization. Of course, authentication will start like here. You put your username, for example. Then authentication with a password. Then authorization, check what role you have, like your admin, your user, your guest, whatever. Then of course these logs. Is some explanation this, but a straightforward explanation. So what's the name of the process model that would represent for tracking your action and logging them? Logging them is a accountability. Oops. Then what is the name of the process model that would be responsible for granting your session? Granting is after you authenticate here in this part, so authentication. I'm redoing the video. What is the name of the process in the model that would you be responsible for verifying that you have the relevant permission to perform action? That's authorization. No. Oh yeah, authorization. That's what you say. Who is who? Are you admin? Are you something like that? Now, of course, the login system evolved before the old day. It's still cookie most of the time is dominant. Like set cookie was something, and then you have extra field like secure to use only HTTPS, HTTP only. So you can't read it with JavaScript. Expire, when expire same site is against cross site request forgery. Then come back that the token management like the GWT. Don't spend too much time to understand it. There's a room for that. Of course, there's benefit and not benefit for each one. This one is more. It's also for clients, especially for CSRF. This token is very against it, but also these weaknesses. That's why when you go to this room GWT, you can extend it more. Cookie are vulnerable to CCRF. There's a lot of needs too many bug bounty for these people. Get CCRF. And you go CCRF here. Okay, let's go quickly, guys. Because it's self-explanatory in the text, so we'll do the lab quickly now. What cookie attribute can be used to ensure that cookie HTTPS is basically we talk secure. What HTTP head is used to respond the cookie being sent? To be sent, of course, is this. You set the cookie on it. What HTTP head is often used to request to indicate WT is this. There's not too much standard in this yet, but any case, securing the session like so. Of course, to secure weak session values, this is usually some CTF when do the session they give you 64 and you can guess it and play around it. Controllable, this is the WT, there's a room for that. Session fixation, I think this one before you log in, before authentication. I'm not sure this exists, to be honest. And secure transmission, yeah, this one, give an example, massive, they talk about Oracle, I don't remember it. Oracle on 10G session hijacking. I think there's a rule for this, if I don't remember. Let's put it there. Authentication bypass vertical. You can perform. We'll do this now when we are in this room. It's better to experiment. Changing the role usually when the session is easy to manipulate. And service login, of course, when incident happen, you can't investigate because remember tracking, session expire. There's no forced lifetime for the client. Session termination. The key issue is when session are not properly terminated in the server, so someone can hijack the session. Yeah, this is most of the modern login system. You don't do them by hand. Like this application, you can see it says React. Usually they come pre-built. So for you to find this type of mistakes is very unlikely to find them. Like this one is already built broken app, so but in default when you use like for example PHP, don't use PHP alone and build your login. Use for example Laravel, which come with the pre-authentication if you use like Filament or something. So it's good to know about them, but don't think in real life it's so easy. You can find too much broken. Most people when they use login form now, they come pre-built with the framework like JavaScript, React, and all of this framework. What phase of the session management available if you could predict? To predict, as we said, some CTF they use this one. The prediction, it comes in the creation, the session creation, where you predict the value. Usually that never happen in the framework. What phase of the session management lifecycle will be available if you don't have the ability to flash a threat actor access to your session? This is termination, because it's very explained here, because if you don't, when someone log and you kill the session, you have in big trouble. What phase of the session management lifecycle will be vulnerable if there isn't sufficient information to piece together what happened during an incident? This is tracking, session tracking logs. No, not logs, confuse me. When you click from one page to one page, you need to track this user is logged in or not. What phase of the session management lifecycle will be vulnerable if the session value itself was transmitted through insecure and redirect? Insecure post-authentication, insecure, like where the attractor can control the URL where you will be redirected. I think this one maybe someone need to read about it. If I'm mistaken, there is a room for this. I didn't check it yet, but for now it's an example in this. So it fall under the session creation for now. I think it will be better if this path they do this walkthrough, but they don't only want CTF. It will be better if they have like 3 or 4 of them for each model to give you more information, not just. Okay, now the next phase, given this application, for example, I don't see exactly what this guy is saying here, so. Some things I don't get, like when he said the weird since both the creation and expiry time for the cookie are exactly the same. I don't see this, because even from this here, it said it was created in 31 August. This is the response, set session, expiry August. So it's August and this July, so it's a month between them. So I don't see when he said cookie expiry time seem weird. I don't know what weird about it. In any case, if you come here, of course, if you are in CTF, you can go page source. You don't see this. That's it's a React. You can see it said React, and that's how React. I think this application is built broken for itself. Usually in React, if you have login form, you don't. If you go sign up, because if you are in CTF, you can use. You don't have the verification code. Maybe this is good CTF. You can. You assume, for example, the code is 4-digit or something, and then maybe make a script and try to crack it. For example, now if I can register, for example, my name is Gina, put password, my famous password, 123. I can sign up. I can, for example, log in. Before we do that, of course, you do inspect. You can see, because we're trying to find if this application is vulnerable to anything. So let's make it bigger. So if I go, for example, the storage, I can see there's no cookie. This is the there is no local. So if you're not logging, there is no session is tracking you, so we don't have that vulnerability. So if I log in now, I want also to check the network. It said server whatever, and then if I go to the login is 2. I think this is the one, the React one. What's going on? The header. If I go, let's make it bigger. Guys, let me see if my sound's still working. 1 2 1 2, because I don't want to do the video again. It stopped last time in this part. Where is that request? Where is the request that have session on it? Option, and this is the response. Where is my cookie? Oh, this is the cookie. You can see it's random. It's not like something you can predict. Where's the header? You can see set cookie session. This is what we find. Expiry 28 December 2024. So I don't see when you say this part. I don't get it. It's what weird about it. I just don't get this part, because this is November 27. This is December 28. So then if you go to storage, there's no cookie. That's another thing. But we have these things. It uses local storage. It said is authenticated. It's true. And we have ID. And then if you have any CTF, you can think changing the role. I can change maybe username, or you change the user role from here. So that's things we can think about it. The next thing you check is what happened when I move around this application. If I go to network and check the model, for example, another page, then it doesn't follow with the cookie doesn't send for whatever reason. Now the cookie and I got lost somehow. this new cookie was sent. So if you look the screenshots here, this is the first one, this is the second one for model. Know that you had a this might let's see what happened when we remove this remove this cookie, and then he said this one you go to model traffic. We can see that the session tracking is enforced through the cookie that is being transmitted with each request. And then you have set cookie here, so we have the cookie session, host agent refresh, set cookie, request header, respond header. So if we go to our browser Firefox, response header doesn't give me the session. If I go to the next one, so I don't know why my screenshots doesn't look the same. Response, it's a JSON model. Lecta give the, because I'm in the model there, so this one doesn't, I think this one. So what you don't get is the cookie path. The request sent is not sending. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure, to be honest. It doesn't send the cookie. If I send it back, response, we got that. Where is our cookie? User, this is the request header, cache control, keep alive, no cache, u equals priority, the IP, origin, no cache, user agent, and that. So I don't see the same screenshots. I'm not sure why. What I know is the storage exists. Let's say local storage, it has this. So my best guess is using this for tracking, not the cookie itself, because even the storage is not there. So if I follow there, note that your header might differ, slightly differ, but it's too different than this room. And then he said to delete the session, and then you get internal server error. I don't have session to delete, so I don't have it here. So if whenever you do, it's not in the storage, the cache, and they don't have cache. So I'm not sure, guys. If someone has an explanation, please let me know. What's this error? Is it flashing here? Okay, I don't need it for now. So of course this is the, if you go to dashboard, I can't see the model, I don't see number of students, so I don't have full permission. Of course, I said if you are in this type of CTF, you can argue and said, oh, we have ID 11 name, so you don't know how this, you can, your best bet is playing around this. You think is, that's what if I was in CTF, I would use the user role. Of course, you can plainly say ID1 named it and role 2. So you're saying, what happened if I put rule number 1? You think maybe 1 is more, and you refresh the page. Nothing happened. You go to model, you see the same things. So rule number 1 doesn't really make any difference. So if I put rule number 3, still I don't see anything. So this role here doesn't really do anything. If I change my username, say, it's very strange, it still works even when you change your username. If I change username, even refresh page, it doesn't track you with your username. We still see the same things. So basically, what we change, the role, the username, the ID, even if we change the ID, if I put the ID, for example, 1, assuming 1 is admin, refresh, Still nothing, still there, so we are in the same things. Let me log out to confirm the logout. Of course, as I said, there is no cookie when you said it kills session, like he's explaining here in this. Why is it freezing now? Let me make sure my sound is still working. Okay. This part he said kill the session. If I there is no that, but I have the local storage. This if I press logout, now this one will go off. The cookie is not there, so if we go back to my network, let me go back to my network, login. If I log back now, we should have, where is my, now it will throw it to login page. That's where we get, we'll have our session again. It's not, I don't remember what was the first one. Who is that cookie? See, the expiration is 2812. So it's not HTTP on page true, and that's maybe because of this. That's why we don't see it here in the storage. If I understand it correctly, I don't want to confuse everyone. This is true. It's very important. Expiration when you see is 28 December. Same site none, and you have the value. It's random. Is not as the same the first one. So now. Remember when we played there, we didn't, so we changed the ID, we changed that. Now let's say you have students. So if I said I didn't test lecturers, remember when we tried to log in, let's go to private. When we tried to log it, there was an option to lecturer. So maybe there is so maybe if we do we can't log that one. We can't log like that one. So if we assume that we are, let's see if we change that. What happens if I change my? Oh, when I put lecturer as things, it tell me total model, total student, test 0, total attempt. Now if I go to model, oh, I can see them now. But just changing to lecturer and student, I can see a couple of students. That's me. We register now. I can see the tests. So lecturer give me more data. Total student, total model test, total attempt. It says 0. What total student? Because I don't have student for myself. And dashboard, total student. So about, let's see if we put it admin now. What exactly we'll see if I put admin. Something wrong with these things. It said total model 0, and then it give you a model here, mathematics and things like that. Lecturer, I'm admin, so it should. It treat admin like let me refresh. Like it treat admin as same as lecturer or something. I don't see any. Oh, now when you refresh, you have total lecturer 1. and I want to test before. So you have total lecture and then a student and lecturer, so you need to refresh the page. So if we follow that, so we can see I'm not really agree with these things, but basically that it is what it is. Name X, now if I go, so we have admin. So if I go to student with surname X, I get that flag, which is this one. Then how many lecturer are registered in the application? Lecturer, if I go to lecturer, I only have one lecturer. And then excluding an authorized user, how many user roles? We did student, we did lecturer, we have admin, so we have 3. There is no option here to see if there is extra. I'm not sure if there is extra, like what's all the roles. It looked to me, I don't see, because even if I edit my profile, it doesn't say you can change your role here. How many test attempts in total have been performed on the application? Tests. It's a total test performed. Attempts, so we go to attempts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the grade. So we have 4 tests. And then what is the highest score that student has achieved in the test? High score is a 3. Then what is the sequence, correct answer for the database type test? Database type test. Let me close this, I don't need it. Database type test, so let's view it. So it's yes, no, no. Yes, no, no. Yeah, guys, this is an introduction for the what we missing here. Yes, no, no. What's wrong with it? Yeah, it's correct. I forgot to press that. Yeah, guys, this is quick, so you can basically most of the time is this. I'm not sure about this part of it. I did my best. I hope it'll be a clear explanation. The next one is that once. So I don't get. Yeah, we only bypass it because we able to do. We didn't play with the storage. I think because cooking. So we did the local storage, playing around this things. Yeah, that's my best to explain it, guys. Hope it helps someone. Thank you very much and have a good day.